Welcome everyone to Classy Tech Calibrations. So this is going to be one of my first audio focused videos, and we're going to look at the SVS Ultra Center as well as the SVS Prime Pinnacle towers. So I'm showing first what you get in the box with each, and then we're going to do a little bit of audio testing and show some measurements of the speakers. I want to thank SVS for sending the speakers for review. I do not get to keep them, nor was any money exchanged. This is just honest thoughts of the speakers. The speakers are available in black oak veneer or piano gloss black. So the ones that they sent are piano gloss black. They look really nice, but they're very hard to keep clean. So depending on your setup, you may want to go with the black oak veneer. The center channel speaker does have 4 posts so that it can be bi-amped. And then when we spin it around, we can see that it has dual 6.5-inch woofers, a 4-inch mid-range, and a 1-inch aluminum dome tweeter. So it is 8 ohms, and it's recommended 20 to 225 watts. And I would definitely recommend pairing this with a nice amplifier if you're able to. SVS rates this as 45 Hz to 32 kilohertz. We'll show a measurement here in a bit. You can see it's about 8.5 inches tall, and then from front to back with the speaker grill, it's about 10.5 to 11 inches deep. But you do want to add an extra inch or so if you're putting it in an entertainment stand, just so you have room for wires coming out the back. And then the width is about 21.5 to 22, depending on the top or the bottom of the speaker. And it is 31 pounds. Here is the instruction book on how to set up the bi-amping or bi-wiring. And now we're going to move on to the Prime Pinnacle towers. So with the packaging, the towers are 66 pounds a piece, and there's plenty of packing material and stuff inside. Again, we're going to go through the same stuff pretty much that comes with the Ultra Center, except the feet or legs or posts, whatever you want to call them, that come with the towers are different. Without the packaging, the towers are 57 pounds, and I didn't measure them with the measuring tape because I wouldn't be able to fit that on the camera, but according to the website, they are 40.5 inches high, 8 inches wide, and 13.9 inches deep with the grill. The towers are also 8 ohms, and they have 3 6.5-inch woofers with a 5.25-inch mid-range and a 1-inch aluminum dome tweeter, just like the Ultra Center. There's 3 ports on the back, and there is only 2 posts, so there is no bi-amping of the towers. So as many of you who would possibly put these in your living room, my room is not the ideal setup for the best performance out of them. But even with that, I was able to hear a clear difference in clarity and certain frequencies between my older Infinities from, I think it was 2014 when they came out. So even if your setup isn't perfectly optimal, you should still get a very good experience out of these SVS speakers. So essentially what this review has kind of turned into is if you have older or more mid-range speakers already, is it worthwhile to upgrade? So what I'm going to do is put the camera in one place, set up the mic, and I'm going to record a scene from The Witcher, and I'm going to play it back on the SVS speakers, and then I'm going to play it back again on my previous Infinity speakers. Then I'll show the measurements of the SVS speakers, and I'm going to play back the same scene again, but broken up so that you hear just a few seconds of the SVS, and then the same few seconds with the Infinity. Again, the camera wasn't moved at all, and they're both sets of them are going to be going through my Onkyo NR7100 receiver, no external amplification, and it's going to be set to just 3 channels, the center, and then the left and right. The sub will be off as well. All right, I did have to greatly darken the rest of this footage because of the scene and how long the scene is, so that hopefully I don't have to deal with copyright from Netflix, but that's going to pretty much be the end of this, because the rest of it is going to be up to you to decide if what you can hear is going to be worth it to you. The audio side of AV is very subjective, and pricing, there's such a wide window of pricing and what something is worth that I'm not even going to try to unpack that. What I can say is over the speakers that I have, the SVS definitely have especially more low end and more clarity in the lower end, and can hear certain frequency ranges just a little bit better. And if you are in the market for these type of speakers, definitely check them out. All right, now to play the scene.
That's enough. We'll start fresh tomorrow.
I could do it.
You need rest. Anything else will have diminishing returns.
Sir Laszlo, he protected me in Sintra, and he said less than perfect means death.
Your stomach's growling loud enough to wake the dead, if that counts.
Hunger makes for good sauce.
Also makes for shitty lunches. Siri. You are safe here. That's enough. We'll start fresh tomorrow.
I could do it.
You need rest. Anything else will have diminishing returns.
Sir Laszlo, he protected me in Sintra, and he said less than perfect means death.
Your stomach's growling loud enough to wake the dead, if that counts.
Hunger makes for good sauce.
Also makes for shitty lunches. Siri. You are safe here.
All right, so this is the measurement of the Pinnacle tower, and the green line was just straight normal full range setup, and then the brown is after running Dirac on the receiver and with the rest of the channels and the sub turned on. And we can see from the green line without the sub being on, it does pretty well from about 25 hertz upwards if you didn't have a sub, but of course having a sub would be better. And they do seem pretty strong at 60 hertz, so crossing at 60 or 70 hertz when you have a sub would probably be good depending on your own setup. Then looking at the measurement of the ultra center, you can see the orange is after running Dirac and the green is before, and you see the drop in the bass range with the orange line because that's when the sub was turned on. And so with the sub and my setup, it was crossed at 80 hertz. Again, these do well around 60 hertz and upwards, and with better positioning could have been even better. So now I'm going to play that scene again, except this time it's chopped up so that you'll hear back and forth between the two setups. So let me know in the comments if this is an upgrade you would consider, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you all for watching.
That's enough. We'll start fresh tomorrow.
I could do it.
That's enough. We'll start fresh tomorrow.
I could do it.
rest. Anything else will have diminishing returns. You need rest. Anything else will have diminishing returns.
Sir Laszlo, he protected me in Sintra, and he said less than perfect means death. Sir Laszlo, he protected me in Sintra, and he said less than perfect means death.
Your stomach's growling loud enough to wake the dead, if that counts.
Hunger makes for good sauce.
Also makes for shitty lunches. Your stomach's growling loud enough to wake the dead, if that counts.
Hunger makes for good sauce.
Also makes for shitty lunches. Siri. You are safe here. Siri. You are safe here.